Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Edge channel. Former World Heavyweight Champion Anthony Joshua has announced that he will support his ex-rival Dillian White in the upcoming fight against WBC title holder Tyson Fury. Dillian White will face a good defense. Dillian needs to go out, see what Tyson Fury is doing, react to it and do the exact opposite. You need to handle the body and be in good condition to go the whole distance. I hope Dillian trains hard and won't underestimate Tyson. The fact is that this is the first title fight for White, and I think he will be hungry. I will be rooting for Dillian White, even if I hate him. I want to smear it later. Go ahead, Dillian. Go this way, Anthony said. Anthony Joshua also expressed words of support to the owner of the WBA, WBO and IBF titles, Alexander Usyk. Eddie Hearn. We are still working on organizing a rematch between Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua. We will make an official announcement when we decide on the venue. Obviously now Usyk has a lot of other things, but we are still working behind the scenes with Freddy and Alexander Krasuk. We will decide on the venue of the fight soon, Hearn said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed and you receive notifications about the release of new videos, you do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Usyk and Tyson Fury agreed to fight for the absolute championship. Joshua is ready to step aside for this. Last year, Alexander Usyk not only broke into the heavyweight division when he confidently dealt with Anthony Joshua, but also created a new big trio: Usyk, Joshua, Fury. Finally, the Royal Division is interesting to watch, and millions of fans are waiting for every fight from this chain. Now the main intrigue of the whole year remains the only question: who will become the new absolute world champion? A month ago, there was no doubt that Usyk would have a rematch with Joshua, and the Gypsy King will defend the title in the fight against the mandatory challenger Dillian White. But now both fighters are in limbo, creating a very real opportunity for the Usyk-Fury mega fight. All parties are interested in him, and even Joshua himself. Fury announced a fight in Saudi Arabia, and Usyk confirmed that he would be his opponent. Back in late November, Usyk's promoter Alexander Krasuk, in an interview, coolly announced he allowed the option of the world's duel against Fury to bypass the rematch with Anthony Joshua, irresponsible to circumvent any agreement only with the participation of a third party. Compensation is paid if she naturally agrees to it. Fury's side has turned to Joshua's side several times, but it is probably premature to talk about serious steps taken. And I doubt that serious steps will be taken in the future. Usyk is preparing for a rematch with Joshua. Usyk gave his word, backing it up with his signature. He won the first match and is preparing for the second. Of course, when the information about the fight against Fury appeared, I informed Alexander about it. He asked what Joshua thought about it. It is clear that he would have had to pay compensation in case of anything. Of course, he refused. Fury has three main people on the team: manager and two promoters, Bob Arum and Frank Warren. There are good relationships with all these people, but when it comes to money, especially with Americans and Britons, good relations fade into the background. But I think that we are all reasonable people, and such a duel is a historic battle. We will live to see it. God willing, we will have enough wisdom to find a compromise. When we talked to Bob Arum, he said, I know that Usyk will win. It will be cool for that to happen. Fury wins Wilder and the Usyk-Fury fight in Kiev for the absolute championship. These are his words. Everything is captured on camera. In mid-December, we will meet with Eddie Hearn in one of the European countries and work out a roadmap for a rematch with Joshua. But after that, events developed rapidly within a month. Firstly, nothing is known about the rematch roadmap with Joshua, either in mid-December or now. Secondly, Fury's team became more active. In particular, he is promoter Frank Warren, who bluntly stated that for them the fight with Usyk is much more interesting than defending the title in a fight with Dillian White. I think a potential fight with White will collect 1 million pay-per-view, maybe close to this figure. I think it's a big fight, but not as big as the fight between Tyson and Usyk at the moment, a duel for the title of absolute champion. I think he would have collected a huge amount of purchases of paid broadcasts. The WBC leadership also expressed interest in such a fight, providing Fury with guarantees of retaining the title if he could soon reach an agreement with Usyk's promoters. On December 12, a personal meeting between a Ukrainian and Briton took place in New York. First, Tyson addressed Alexander via video link, calling him Great first, and then himself. "Hey Alexander. Alexander the Great, I'm coming. The Great One is coming." Then the boxers meet directly in the ringside after an incredible performance by the Gypsy King, who congratulated promoter Bob Arums on his 19th birthday. The most interesting thing started happening right after the New Year. Fury returned to the training camp and announced that he would hold the next fight in Saudi Arabia. "I worked in the gym, guys. I squeezed all the juices out of myself. The King of Saudi Arabia is returning. Go back to your seat, kid. Big news is on the way. I advise you to buckle up." One of the Ukrainian internet portals turned to its subscribers with a question of who would be a likely opponent for Fury. Usyk himself burst into the comments and said that he would be his opponent. Anthony Joshua agreed to give the opportunity to fight Usyk Fury on the condition that he would fight a winner. The most surprising thing is this scenario was the position of Anthony Joshua. The Briton is clearly going through a painful defeat, having parted with his coach Rod McCracken. Instead of the usual training base for fights in Sheffield, AJ went to Dubai, where he began working with an American specialist Anthony Wilson. In addition, Joshua conducted one of the training under the guidance of Floyd Mayweather. It got to the point that the Britons started taking wrestling lessons, clearly trying to pump up the skills of working in clinches. But the main thing is that Joshua is ready to step aside and not interfere with the Usyk-Fury duel, but on condition that he immediately fight with the winner. This information was confirmed by Alexander Krasyuk. These conversations have a very serious background. As of today, Fury, his promoters and managers want this fight. Usyk and his team want this fight. And I don't mind this fight taking place, Anthony Joshua. After that, the desire to fight with Fury, bypassing the rematch with Joshua, was once again publicly confirmed by Usyk himself. How do I beat Fury? I will beat You're Beautiful. Who do I prefer to fight, Fury or Joshua? As we agree, of course I want Joshua to step aside. It turns out that this is -1 step. That is, I will immediately fight for the absolute. Tyson Fury's position regarding Anthony Joshua is also unambiguous. Get the money and don't interfere. I want him to step aside so that I can beat Usyk and take his belts. I'll tell Anthony Joshua this: either take the damn money and get out of the way, or fight with Usyk yourself. I'm not a businessman, I'm a Spartan. If we consider that the deadline for the Usyk-Joshua rematch is the end of March and the beginning of April, then Anthony's promoter has very little time left to organize this fight. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.